Hey guys, welcome to Chris Watches the World. Today we're gonna be doing the same thing we do every day, reacting to this crazy world. Today I got some more crazy debt video for you guys to look into. So let's go ahead and get this party started.
And I have
Caption: I'm 22 and I have 37,500 or 300 $515 worth of credit.
$37,515 worth of credit debt. I also have a $7,992 student loan.
Fair.
I
Not
also
bad.
still owe $55,829 on my car.
Oh.
In total, I have about $100,000 worth of debt.
Generational debt is what this is. Over 100K debt at 22? That's wild. How does one even achieve this? $55,000 on a car? Please, what?
We're gonna pause it, guys. Y'all killing me with these cars, bro. Like, what's the big deal? I'm not a car person. I got a Ford, 2006 Ford. It still roll the windows down like it's back in the 90s, like it did when I was a kid. That's probably why I like it so much. But who's going out and spend $55,000 on the vehicle at 20? It's at 22 at that. Like if you was a well-established, I don't know, 35, 36 year old, you know what I'm saying, making 150, and you wanted to get that, and you know what I'm saying, kind of treat yourself as long as you was living right. You know what I'm saying? That'd be different. 55 to 22. What the parents said? Ain't no you got no guidance. Nobody said this was a bad idea. And that shame on the car salesman. I couldn't be a car salesman. How you go to sleep at night knowing you gave a 22-year-old who didn't know what they was doing, who's, you know what I'm saying, might be going through some emotional buy-in, sporadic buy-in, and you know what I'm saying, you gave him this $800-900 car note, knowing they can't pay it, knowing that car won't be coming back soon. Like she might struggle through it, but at the same time, why? Like I don't. You know what I'm saying? Shame on everybody involved.
What do you need a $55,000 car at this point of your life? So the student loan being the cheapest at like $7,000 is mind-blowing to me. That
The student loans don't seem bad. I'm gonna stop pausing, guys, but it was like 8,000. Uh, it may be, it was like maybe community college. You know what I'm saying? Maybe she didn't finish. Maybe she did. But either way, 8,000 is not horrible.
That's a first. In another of her videos, she says she got into $55,000 credit card debt because of her ex. How the hell did he finesse you into being in this type of position, bro? Like, what the fuck? She also said that she isn't really worried about her debt. She's more concerned about why her ex left her. Really, ma'am? Really? You need to get your priorities straight. I got $900 credit card debt now and I'm panicking. Like,
Okay, that's probably it for that portion of the video. I couldn't find the original video, so I wanted to share this one. But like from what he was saying, he watched the video that said that her ex helped her get into 55K. If you guys watch Caleb Hammer, go check out his YouTube channel. I got clips that I'm gonna be reacting to on here of him. But listen to some of the logic that you hear some of these people talk about. Either their ex helped them get into it. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy to think that somebody has that much influence over you to help you to, or like you say, finesse you to put you in 55K debt. But then a lot of young people don't know because we aren't taught financial literacy as well, which I think is one of the biggest downfalls. But at the same time, these big corporations don't really want you to know that, so they can keep you a slave to the system, so you can continue to make their pockets fat. But let's check out some of these comments. The 55K car debt is wild. Like what? A 20K car would have been fine. It would have been better than the 55 car. I will say that. I'm 22 and I have zero debt. Congratulations, player. Try over 300K at 26. The vet school is expensive. Now, again, going to one of these high paying jobs like veterinarians, physicians, lawyers, sometimes the debt you can understand. It's all too much, but at some point you can understand, especially if you get out making, I'm saying, upwards of, eventually 150 and up. Like, I'm saying, 300K you can eventually knock out with some discipline and some financial discipline and a good budget. So, you don't really worry too much about those. But let's get on to this next video.
I have about 300,000 in student loans, 40,000 in personal loans, 26,000 in credit card debt.
You're working on what kind of a degree?
A doctorate degree.
In what?
Organizational leadership with a focus in healthcare administration.
With a plan to do what?
Within 5 to 10 years, hopefully be in an executive leadership position, vice president, COO, or CEO. I have about 17,000 remaining on my SUV, and my wife and I together have about 116,000 remaining on our mortgage. Right now, we bring home a total of about 57,000 together.
I'm done. I quit. Oh my God. 57K combined? Not just one person. I see if he was working by himself and he was making 57 combined. You have a household combined income of 57,000. You have 300,000 in student loans, $40,000 in personal loans. What was it? 26,000 in credit card debts and a $17,000 SUV payment. On top of that, you got a house. Struggling, but they is struggling. They got negative at the end of the month. God, dog. Let's continue.
After taxes. And so last year, my parents advised me to go file for Chapter 7 bankruptcy.
Your student loans aren't bankruptable. Your mortgage isn't bankruptable if you keep the house. What are you
Right.
filing bankruptcy on? A car?
The 40,000 in a personal loan and 26,000 in credit card debt.
When do you graduate?
In about 2.5 years.
And you're not working, but your wife is?
We both are working. I work full time as well as being a full-time student.
Oh, I see. Okay. But your household income is 57,000.
Yes, I bring home about 38 after taxes, and she brings home 19 after taxes.
And your undergrad is in, and your undergrad's in what?
My undergraduate is in chemistry.
I've got to figure out a way to get you guys to get your income moving sooner than 2.5 years from now, and that's what my holdup here is, because I'm not trying to. The thing is, the debt is always not the problem. It's always the symptom of what's going on. And including when I lost everything and went bankrupt 30 years ago. So I know how scared you guys are. And this is a huge pileup on you guys. And so you bet the farm on this PhD turning into serious income.
I did, yes.
Yeah. I mean, with $300,000 plus continuing to pile it up. So I'm probably going to start talking to healthcare companies now about working there and letting them pay to help you finish as their continuing ed program, pay to help you finish your PhD, and you go ahead and get your career track started now instead of a $38,000 job. You've got a chemistry degree, you've got the intellect to step into this, you've got a lot of the training to step into this, and let's accelerate the PhD completion and let someone else pay for that. Get that off of you, and then get your income up to begin to address the 300. Is it a reasonable thing to get a PhD? Sure. You've done it in such an unreasonable way. It's put you under all this stress. I'm so sorry. I know you're scared. So what we can do is walk with you, and we'll just pay for it. Don't file bankruptcy. Not merely getting rid of the credit card debt and the personal loan, just getting rid of that. You've still got all the other mess. And it is still getting worse if you don't make that better. And that's just...
All right, guys, that's it for that video. That is wow. So he's, oh man, 380 in debt. Most of that student loans, but still he got personal loan, credit cards. He got a car note. All that adds up, especially when you're trying to make payments and you're trying to do that. You're going to school. Man, the stress level. I don't know how old dude is, but he said also that he was looking for 5 to 10 years to becoming a CEO or CEO. And that's from now. Like, it's going to take him that long at this income level to pay off that debt just alone before he can do anything else. That's I'd be curious to figure out what was going on with this individual. This video was posted back in 2023. So I guess, like I said, that was 2 years ago. Maybe, you know what I'm saying, everything's gotten better for him, but also the $57,000 in income combined is crazy. Maybe they're a young couple. That would be the only explanation that I could see. You know what I'm saying? They're just maybe he's like 24, 25, and they're just really trying to keep it together. But my thing is they got to have a spending problem. Like I say, when you got a $70,000 SUV, you can get rid of that. You don't need that. I don't know how you racked up 40,000 in personal loans, another 26,000 in credit card. Look like they're trying to live way above their means, trying to impress the Joneses. I think getting a house would have been fine, even with their 57,000 combined income. I think they would have been able to manage that, but everything else is just too much. Oh my God, I got one more for this video, and check it out.
To Dubai for my birthday, and they lost.
Like right now, like this year.
Yeah, I go every year to go jump out of airplanes. Now let me finish. So I had I had no intention on using that at all. The airline lost me and my son back. We didn't have our bags for the whole week and 2 weeks afterwards. So I used this one to get clothes and stuff, and they said that they were going to reimburse me. Yeah, well, look what happened. They didn't. So now I'm paying it back.
But how are we going to Dubai regardless of that situation? That doesn't make sense. You're in so much debt.
Because I plan that.
You want to retire in 5 years. Go on the vacation.
All right, guys. So this is from that Caleb Hammer channel I was telling you about earlier in the video. I've actually seen this episode. If I can recall, I think she had a pretty good income. I think it was 6 figures, maybe even mid 6 figures. I think. Now, don't get me wrong. I've listened to a lot of Caleb Hammer, but I think she had a pretty decent income, or she just came across a pretty decent income. But she also had a reasonable amount of debt, and to be going to Dubai every year, plane tickets are expensive. Very expensive, especially going over to Dubai, coming back to Dubai, and you going to Dubai to jump out of planes. Yeah, that's you looking real easy, 15, 20,000 per year in just Dubai trips alone. You know what I'm saying? Plus she lost her luggage in Dubai and had to buy all new clothes over in Dubai. And 2 weeks after, she say. But anyway, let's continue the video.
The vacations, and when you retire, I don't know. You're one of those people that has a goal that requires sacrifice and refuses to make any of the sacrifices. It looks like. What is your retirement account at today?
My investment?
Yes.
I don't know because I haven't looked at it. I just started this new job, so I couldn't tell you, to be honest with you. I don't.
How do you plan to retire in 5 years? How do you plan to have an income?
I plan on paying my bills off, and that's it.
Yeah, you need money in retirement.
I know that. By the time 5 years, I will have money in retirement.
How much?
I don't know. I have to look.
This isn't a plan.
Well, no, it's not.
You don't have a number? Well, I know my number.
Well, I'm sure you do. But, I mean, like
What's your number that you need to hit?
To retire?
Yes.
I don't know yet.
What are you trying to...
Because I plan on living on an island, and that's it.
Yo, that's wild. But, Caleb, he's right about having a number. Let's just say, for the sake of the video, that she makes $150,000, and after taxes, she takes home $120,000. And for the next 5 years, she's able to magically save every penny that she makes. The whole $120,000 a year for 5 years. That'll put her right at like $600,000. And let's just say, I think she was in her early 40s in this video. I said it's 5 years. Let's give her 40. Let's give her 45. So she could live another 20, 25, 30, 40 years. You know what I'm saying? Off the 600,000 that she claims that she wants. Like my scenario was, like, say she can't live off that 600,000 for the next 30 to 40 years. Mind you, when a lot of people say they want to retire, but then they'll do other things. But let's just say, for the sake of the argument, that she does retire and she wants to live off that 600,000. It won't last long because she already seems like she wants to go to Dubai every year. So that's 20,000 a year right there. So that alone would take most of her income down the road. And if I remember correctly, she had kind of high standards. Like she was living a luxurious life, which that 600,000 won't do. Now, if she was able to go to this island that she wanted, and it was over in another country where stuff wasn't so expensive, I could see her living for that, off that 600,000 for a good little while, as long as she's frugal and not doing too much. But over here in the States, no, it ain't gonna happen. I'm sorry, sweetheart. It ain't. All right, let's look at the Comments: Dubai every year is wild. Yes, it is. A goal without a plan is a dream. Amen. She is stressing him out. You can tell. Most people have some debt, but drowning in debt and traveling is wild. Why would anyone want to go to Dubai every year? I don't know. I ain't never been. Retire in 5 years after you pay off the debt. So how do you plan to live after that? That's one thing you got to look at too. Like I said, let's say we was talking about her paying off her debt. It may take her 2 of those years to pay off her debt, and then you only got 3 years. So unless you're making $1 million a year or something like that, it just ain't gonna happen. Just ain't gonna happen, fellas. Anyway, guys, that's it for today's video. If you will, hit that like button, comment your thoughts down below, and subscribe for more videos like these. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.